What's up, guys? I uploaded this beat a week ago, but I got Camtasia again for life. Basically, I found a pirated copy of it, to be honest. But anyways, I was gonna use this beat to show you guys kind of different tricks on like different tricks for, like, you know, the mixer and stuff, and how to EQ stuff. Um, and the most of the EQing I did was actually in the final copy, which I'll show you guys that too. But anyways, I'll just show you guys the different EQing I did. Let's see here. Okay, so this, what is this? Oh, it's an effect. I made this a while ago, so forgive me if I'm not really sure what I'm doing here, but let's see. Oh yeah, so this, okay, I EQ'd, this is the first sound I did, and this is how it is right now, with the effects on and everything. Okay, that's that with the effects. Okay, and this basically what I put on it was Parametric EQ to Fruity Flanger and Vocodex. Okay, this is none of them. This is how it sounds on any of them. Alright, you guys get the idea. That's how it sounds without it. It's a lot more crisp and hard, and to me just doesn't sound as good. It's very in your face to me. So this is what it sounds like with the EQing. Basically, I just kind of wanted to make it less in your face. So what I did was I brought this one right here. Stupid notifications. Hold on, let me just remind me in an hour. Postpone. Okay. Basically, these are just the different knobs that you can use to kind of change the sound a little bit. Basically, these two kind of increase the, you know, the bass of the instrument. You know, it's kind of hard to describe it. These kind of, you know, drown it out more, and kind of increase the bass of the sound more. The yellow one kind of increase. Here, I'll show you. So I'll play it right now. Okay, here's what it does. I'll show you. So that's how it sounds with those, and then this one kind of makes it sound more reverby and louder. Okay, and these two are kind of the same thing. Kind of, you make it more loud and stuff. And I think it's like treble. No, this one's like treble versus bass kind of. So here, I'll show you. This is one that if you have it down low, it kind of drowns out. It kind of really drowns it out. When it's up here, it's very loud. So here, I'll show you. See, huge difference there. Generally, like, you don't want to have all the knobs way turned up. I try to keep them in the middle, you know, because you really want to make sure that your sounds don't clip. You want to make sure that they don't clip in here when they get all red and stuff. And, you know, if you have every sound where they're drowned out, you know, it's just going to sound like a big mess, you know, unless you're making a very ambient R&B song or something. But like generally for my main melody, I have this up here, and I have the sound a little louder and more in your face, I guess, but still it's not loud. Okay, it's not clipping. Okay, clipping is pretty much unacceptable when you're making beats. You don't want it to clip. And then with the flanger, okay, I'm just gonna reopen this because I think I screwed some stuff up. I forgot where I put the knobs and everything. So here, hold on. No. Hold on, just give it a second here. Okay, and let's see. Where was I? Okay, right here. And also, basically, the flanger. Okay, the flanger kind of makes it wobbly. It's a good effect, actually. I use it quite a lot with instruments. And actually, if you have silent, it's already in here. You know, you check one off. You know, if you check delay, that means it's gonna have delay, and you can edit the delay. You know, and then you could go into compression, reverb, chorus, phaser, etc., etc. But you know, there's always this additional mixer here that's already in FL Studio. So here's Flanger, okay. And you know, see how it got a little wobblier and maybe a little more drowned out. It's a really cool effect. And I don't really know what any of these do. I know that wet kind of makes it even more. The more wet it is, I think the more flangy it is. But I think if it's dry, it's not as much of an effect. But I just put it in and then turn it up or down how I think it should be. And then the Vocodex kind of, I don't really know, it just has a cool effect on it. But you don't want to have it too high because it makes it sound really weird. I'll show you. Might be a little hard to hear because I have it turned down so much, but it has like it's like a layering almost, but here it is. I'll turn it up really high and you'll see what I mean. Yeah, see, it sounded really bad. So yeah, you know, you don't want to have too much Vocodex on there, but those are just some cool presets in the mixer and kind of how to use them. And that's basically that's like the background sound. I made that really quiet because it can be really loud. It's the HOV. Let's see, what is it under? It's like the HOV Nightmare in the default silent. But that's the main instrument right there. Put Parametric EQ and Blood Overdrive. I use Blood Overdrive a lot. Here's what it sounds like without it. It's very loud. Here's what it sounds like with it. You might not hear much of a difference, you know, but you know, it's just again, it cleans it up a little bit. And basically, what I do is I turn the post filter and the pre-band all the way up on it because it's a very loud, aggressive sound, kind of, and it can hurt your ears. So you know, I turn it down, you know, because it makes it so it doesn't clip too much either. And it's more of a background sound. It's not really a dominant sound. It just kind of provides the background, fills out the beat a little more. And here is, oh yeah, why don't I show you guys what it does? So I'll just kind of mess the knobs on it, and you'll see what I mean. See, that's with it, you know. So you start, and I don't know about you guys, but it's getting really crackly in my ear right now. So, you know, that's why I turn it up, you know, because I don't want it crackling in my ear. No instrument should do that. It just helps make a good background sound. That's what I use it for. Pretty much the same thing, you know, same presets, you know. I made that one more, you know, sharp by turning this up and keeping the bass down. It's more sharp, and you know, it kind of has a nice sound to it. You know, I use Flanger to make it wobble, and same with the Vocodex. Orchestra hit, okay. The orchestra, it's not even really a dominant sound. You know, it's kind of hard to hear. You have to kind of listen for it. But what I do with the orchestra hit is I like to keep this kind of. I don't know how you should keep it this high, but I want it to really hit. So I kind of, what I do is I never keep this down because it doesn't hit when it's like that. You know, if I want to have like a hard hitting, you know, trap beat or whatever, I turn this up. You know, so you can really hear it hit and stuff. And you turn this up a little bit. You turn the bass down. You know, you don't want the bass too high up. Sometimes it's good to have this one up because it has a cool sound to it. And I really don't know too much, you know, about all the mixing stuff. I don't use, you know, there's a lot of sounds in here that I really don't use. I only use about 3 of them consistently. I got a request. Someone requested this video for me to do. So just did it, you know, for my knowledge of this stuff. And here's like the whistle set down. That one, I wanted that to be, I wanted that to be a bit higher, you know, more sharp. I didn't want it to be too drowned out. Again, if you have all your sounds drowned out and kind of hard to hear, you know, it's going to sound crappy. You know, you're not going to hear any of the sounds. It's just going to be like a big, you know, I don't even know. It's just going to be all distorted, and it's probably going to buffer. You're not going to have a legit sound in there. It's just going to sound really weird unless you're making a really ambient beat. But you know, I try to have a mix, you know, some background sounds. You know, if you're using a background sound, this is usually down. It's supposed to be kind of drowned out. But if you have like a main sound in there that people are supposed to hear, you might want to turn this up. Turn the blue one up, and maybe even the green, the yellow. The light blue I don't use too often. It doesn't sound that good to me, so I just kind of leave it towards the middle. And especially if you're going to use these bass ones, you know, if you're going to turn these up, I suggest you probably use Blood Overdrive to balance it out, and so it doesn't, you know, break your headphones. So that's that. Anyways, I don't know what this is. Let me see. That is, by the way, that's in a Renegades sound bank for what's it called, Silent One. You can get that off the Trap Spot site. It's in the link in a lot of my videos, so just, you know, look for it. And it's called the West Side G Slide. I don't know if I even used anything for that. Yeah. Here it was already a really loud, sharp sound, so you can see I turned it down kind of a lot here. You know, I turned this down. This was already really sharp. It was already really sharp sound, so I had to turn the blue down a little bit. Turn the bass down. Turn the I don't know what this is. The yellow. I use the yellow a lot. I turned the, you know, made it sound more, you know. So you can tell the difference, you know, with the yellow. If you have it down, you know, it's really hard to hear. It's just very flat, not a lot of reverb or anything. Here, you know, you can hear it almost echoing. It's, you know, I generally had that up, but and then anything else? Let's see. As for the piano, I did some stuff in Nexus. I just kind of turned the reverb up a little bit, turned the delay on, turned that up a little bit. And I think the reverb thing is really cool on Nexus, because here, I'll show you. It's almost like a whole new melody, you know. It's pretty cool to me. Yeah, I like it a lot. And the reverb, you know, you can make it obviously more reverby. And I put let's see, Parametric EQ on it. I drowned it out a little bit. Turn the yellow knob up to make it more loud and, you know, more heard. Turn the bass down, you know. I put Blood Overdrive on, you know, because it's a piano. You know, you don't want a piano to sound too hard, like it's a, you know, kid's piano. You want to, you know, be soft. That's what I was going for. And the piano is just kind of a last-minute addition to it. I feel like I should add one. Because generally this is supposed to be like a Southside type beat, so I felt like, you know, I need to have a piano in there because he has a lot of piano in his stuff. Let's see, what else do I want to show you? Definitely on the hi-hats. The snare. I want to show you guys the snare. I think this is the default snare. The default snare, like, it's not that good to me. It just sounds really, like, heavy. It's just not good. It never sounds good in songs when you leave it, like, without any kind of EQing. So what I do with the snare, Lex Luger is the same thing. And Sunny Digital and all those guys use the snare. They don't leave it in the default way. They you know, they mix it and change the sound of it, you know, with Parametric EQ and stuff. like you never hear, like it always sounds different. I was always wondering how they do it because I really like the snare they use, and I figured it out. Basically, this is what they do. That's basically how it's supposed to look, kind of. Also some volume. I changed the volume on some of the snares and that I put in here. That's basically that. And let's see. This is the master version. Let's stay forever. See how what time? Oh wow. Okay. And here, basically what I did with the final version of this song is I just put Blood Overdrive on the whole thing. Basically what I do is when I have the final song and I want to EQ the whole song at some points, like Mike will, like when he makes a beat, you notice, in a lot of his songs, there's certain parts of the song where he has to drop completely and it's like a big echo, which I try to do here, where you only hear the bass and stuff. So what I do is I put that's my tag I did. I put Blood Overdrive and Parametric EQ, and basically I played the song and messed around with the EQ until it's fully drowned out where I can only hear the bass. And see, I turn the bass up here, the sound over so it echoes a little more. Turn these down, and then of course I turn this down, so it's not in your face stuff. So it's really dry. I turn this down so it's really drowned out. I put Blood Overdrive so it's not vibrating in your ear. I turn this up, turn that up, and then I had this. And then what I did was I right-clicked each of these, click Create Automation Clip, same with Parametric EQ, Create Automation Clip, and then I'd have it turn all the way down in the beginning so it's all normal, and then when I wanted it to have that EQ effect and that Blood Overdrive effect that I put in, then I turned it all the way up. But you guys get the idea. That's basically that, and then you just you mess around with it. And if you don't know how to do that, what you do if you want to turn the automation clip up, you just right click on the line at some point, then you can move it around, and then you get another thing, and then another thing. So then that way you could turn it up, stuff, and then that's basically that. So yeah, that's basically everything. So I guess you guys understand how to do the EQing and stuff, and some of the different effects in the mixer that I use, and also how to do the big drops, those big mic wheel drops, in your beats and stuff. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And yeah, that's it.